Welcome back to another 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die. I'm taking this opportunity. I finished work for the day. My computer, which you can't see behind me, is in a Windows update. So I thought, well, while that's doing, let's do a beer review. So I've got a beer I've never had before. We are revisiting Belgium. It's 12%, so that's quite a whopper. And it's first brewed in 2001. And it is Malheur 12. I probably pronounced it incorrectly, but who cares? So let's do the taste. Let's talk about the bottle first. The bottle is really, really interesting. It's got this kind of big stylised M in the middle here, and a big banner saying Malheur, and it's got Malheur 12 all over it. Belgian Dark Ale, it says, and it says World's Best Gold Award, World Beer Awards 2014. It's not on the bottom, on the back. It's just it says extra strong beer. So it says 2% in the book. So I think actually this one is only 11.5 in here. Thank goodness that 0.5% that we're not gonna have. That would make it all the better. Right. So let's crack this open. Got a nice chalice glass here. A nice lovely bronze chalice glass, which is as close as I can get to the glass in the book. Now, I believe this is fermented in the bottle, so I have to be very, very careful, and I'll leave a little bit in the bottom. I'll leave that a little bit there, so I don't get any yeast surprises. Okay, let that just sit for a minute, bubbling away over there. Tasting notes, a dark brown beer with a thick, creamy head, very malty and yeasty in the nose, notes of dark candy sugar, fruit-like esters, chocolate and a deep malty complexity. Alcohol is subdued for such a strong brew. Pair this one with dark Belgian chocolate. Okay, so talk about it in a bit. So let's look at how it is indeed dark brown. It's not black. It is just a very, very dark brown, but you can see through it, almost red coloured. It's got a really nice head. It is thick and creamy. Very tiny bubbles. It's just sort of bobbling along the surface there. You can see it's not a lot of give in that head. So let's see what it smells like. It says it's very malty and yeasty in the nose. It's very true. That's a very good description. Very, very yeasty. And a huge amount of malt. No hops whatsoever in the note. What I think is it's actually I'm going to let it sit for a bit longer, because I know what I do with these is I don't like when I start because I haven't let them sit and breathe for a while. So I'm going to read a little introductory bit from the book. It says, some would have called Malheur 12 a barley wine, but not many people in Belgium use that phrase. Others might call it a strong ale, but that is stating the obvious. You wouldn't call it a blonde, given it's dark and ruddy in complexion. It's dark, then so why not call it a stout? No roast carrot, I'm afraid. What to call Malheur 12, that's the question. So there's a bit sort of waxing lyrical about how good the brewery, which is Malheur Brewery, brew. It says it hides the alcohol well, and it uses only whole hop flowers of the Hallertauer and Styrian varieties. We've had a lot of beers from the Hallertau varieties recently. It says the president of the brewery feels it's best to use whole hops in his beer, even though they're more expensive and more difficult to work with than pellets or extracts. Yeah, it says that's good. Yeah, I think using whole hops is better. So it's filtered but unpasteurised and re-fermented in the bottle. And it's also the base beer for another beer they do called Brut Noir, which is a very dark beer. Right, so let's now go for the taste. Cheers. That is one sweet mother. Really candy sugar. Very sweet, fruit-like sweetness. It's almost like an overripe piece of fruit. I'm not a fan of sweet beers, and I'm afraid I'm not a fan of this one. It's just far too sweet for my liking, and that's a big trouble with very strong beers. There can be. I can hide the alcohol with just sugar, essentially. Well, they want to put sugar in it. That's a natural taste that's come out of this. So you brewed it, this is exactly what they want. Alcohol is subdued for such a strong brew. I can taste the alcohol. I can taste it in the back of my throat. So I'm not so sure about that. It's quite good. I mean, for its star, I've done a few beers like this before. There's probably going to be a few more Belgian beers like this one. I'm not a fan of it. It's just far too sweet, and I'm getting almost like a burn on the back of the throat. It may well. The second sip is better. I don't get that attack of sugar immediately in my mouth. That's very interesting, these beers. I'm finding that if after a few sips, it does tend to, I think my mouth's got used to it. Never tastes quite as sweet. I'm still not a fan of this beer. It's just this style. I mean, I've tried to like so many of this style, and it just isn't one which I get on with that well. I find a lot of Belgian beer is just too intense in terms of flavour, but mostly for the sweetness. I really don't like sugary beers. I prefer more mellow beer. So I'm glad I've had it, but not my favourite. I'm going to go away and let it sit for a bit longer, and then go have a few more sips and a bit later, probably with my dinner, because it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So come back for another beer review soon. Like, comment, subscribe. Have you had this beer before? Let me know. And I'll see you for another beer review soon.